Great Mosque of Djenne. Wonders of Africa. The town of Djenne is one of the Sub-Saharan Africa's oldest towns. It is home to a unique religious building, the Great Mosque of Djenne. Mosques are places that worship for Muslims who follow the religion of Islam, one of the largest religions in the world. Islam has more than 1 billion followers. The religion is based on 5 ideas. These include a declaration of faith, prayer, fasting, charity, and going to Mecca, the birthplace of Islam. Muslim travelers visit the Great Mosque of Djenne to study Islam and worship at the world's largest mud-built structure. It is one of the most important buildings in the Sub-Saharan Africa. Trade routes. Djenne is a small town in the West Africa country of Mali. The town lies on a floodplain between the Niger and the Bani rivers and can only be reached by boat. During the 13th century, its location proved to be a perfect link to the city of Timbuktu, 483 kilometers to the north. Traders traveling from the coast north to Timbuktu, a major stop on the trans-Saharan trade routes, passed through the Djenne, and the town grew. Like the trade of goods, Islam also spread along the trans-Saharan trade routes. Islam had come to Mali in the 9th century. It began to have a great influence under the Mali's Muslim King Mansa Musa in the 1300s. In time, Djenne became a center for the Islamic study, a place of worship. Followers of Islam needed a place to worship in Djenne. They constructed the Great Mosque. The construction of the Great Mosque began in the 13th century. However, the mosque that we see today is not the original mosque built on this site. The original Great Mosque was built in the 13th century under Djenne's ruler, King Koi Konboro. He built the mosque on the side of his palace using local materials of traditional design. He added high towers and large surrounding walls. However, over time, the effect of rain took a toll on the mosque, causing the mud to wash away. By the 1800s, the Great Mosque of Djenne had fallen into major disrepair. Amadu's Mosque. During the 19th century, the West African tribal leader named Seki Amadu conquered Djenne. He let the original mosque fall into even farther disrepair. In 1834, Amadu began building a new plainer mosque. The new mosque was built on a nearby site over 2 years and was finished in 1893 and replaced the mosque, which had already fallen into ruin, with a school. Today's mosque. The mosque that we see today was completed in 1907 and was built on the site of the original Great Mosque. Although this was its last complete construction, the Great Mosque of Djenne changes from year to year due to repairs. As a result, today's mosque looks quite different from the original mosque, made of mud. Unlike the mosques in places like Egypt, India, and Turkey, the Great Mosque of Djenne stands out because of its plainness. The tall brown walls are made of mud that has been baked hard by the sun. This gives the building its smooth sculpted appearance. At regular intervals, bundles of palmwood sticks called toron jut outward from the walls. The toron helps support the walls. The prayer wall or Qibla wall faces east toward Mecca that and overlooks the city's marketplace. Mecca is a city of the Middle East and is considered the birthplace of Islam. The mosque has 3 box-like towers or minarets. Each tower is topped with an ornate ostrich egg, a symbol of purity and fertility. 5 times a day, religious leaders climb on staircases and call local Muslims to prayer. Entering the mosque, visitors climb one of 6 sets of the stairs. The larger prayer hall can hold up to 3,000 people. The roof, those 90 wooden pillars, span the enclosed space, covers half of the mosque, vents topped with the removable ceramic caps allow hot air to escape. The other half of the mosque contains an open-air prayer hall. This courtyard is surrounded by an arched passageway. From here, visitors can watch the activities inside. Building the mosque. The Great Mosque of Djenne was constructed using traditional materials from the region, specifically mud, a useful brick building material. Mud was used to create the bricks, mortar, and plaster. By baking the mud in the sun, locals make bricks called fury. They used mud as mortar to bond the bricks together as they built the walls. They also used mud as a plaster to coat the walls, which gives the mosque its smooth, sculpted look. The mud was just mixed of butter and clay. Is laid as thick as 61 centimeters. A thick base helps support the weight above. The mud walls also insulate the building. They take in and hold the day's heat. It keeps the mosque at a cool temperature during the day, but after dark, when the outside temperature drops, the wall releases the day's heat. People inside stay warm throughout the night. Temperature and the amount of moisture in the air change dramatically in West Africa. These things can cause the walls to crack. To help prevent this, bundles jut out at regular distances and help reduce cracking. Toron are also useful because they can be used as building scaffolding. During the mosque's upkeep each year, because of the risks of water damage, the Green Mosque was constructed on a raised platform 3 meters high above the flooding to avoid flooding from the nearby Bani River. Additionally, the ceramic gutters along the roof collect rain and direct away from the walls to avoid water damage to the outside. An important place. Today, the Green Mosque is central to the town of Djenne. Citizens take an activity role in its upkeep. Every year, the entire community participates in the surplusage de la Grande Mosque. Kerpi sas de la Grand Mosque. During this festival, they put new plaster on the mosque's outside walls, which have cracked because of the changing weather. In the days before the festival, citizens collect fine clay soil from the Niger and Bani rivers that they use to form a mud plaster. The women in the Djenne normally supply water for the mixture, while young boys take up the tasks of mixing the plaster in special pits. At the start of the festival, a race is held to see who will be the first to deliver plaster from the pits to the mosque walls. Then the work can begin. The men climb ladders using the mosque's Torah, already made scaffolding, and they apply the mixture to the cracking walls. Along with work, the lively festival includes music and food. Musicians entertain the workers to keep their spirits up and make the labor go more quickly. The town's elders sit in a place of honor and watch the work progress, offering advice when need. Young children sing, run, and play during the festival. Today and beyond. Today, many Asian mosques have been updated with modern features, such as electrical wire and indoor plumbing. Although the Great Mosque of Djenne has been equipped with a loudspeaker system, locals have opposed additional updates in favor of preserving the building, which is an important part of their culture and religion. When Djenne was made a World Heritage set by the United Nations in 1988, it gained protections to help preserve the city's history. The Great Mosque, as well as other buildings in the historical zone, may not be updated with modern materials or technology. For the time being, Djenne's people will continue to hold onto their traditional heritage in their annual festival.